Welcome back to the Scenic Route Traveler. My name is Erin, and I have been traveling internationally for a decade and have been to over 40 countries around the world. My aim as a traveler is to explore and discover the world's most beautiful places one scenic route at a time. Today, we're diving into the vibrant heart of Colombia, Bogotá. Join me in this vlog as we weave through the colorful streets, taste local flavors, and immerse ourselves in the rich culture of this South American gem. Get ready to discover Bogotá through the eyes of a seasoned traveler. Good morning from the beautiful Bogotá, Colombia. We got in, early Sunday morning around 1 a.m. from the airport, and we had a long travel day yesterday, but it was all pretty smooth nonetheless. And today we are going to spend the day going around Bogotá to see some of its best sights. It's a beautiful sunny day, so I'm excited to explore Colombia. Yesterday was a travel day to get to Bogotá. We left Chicago around noon and then got to Miami for a few hour layover and then got into Bogotá around midnight tonight and got to our cute Airbnb early this morning. So we've slept in and are gonna go explore Bogotá today. I'm here traveling Colombia with my best friend. We have always traveled really well together, and we went to Egypt in 2022, so this is our first trip back together again in Colombia. Alright, so we're at breakfast this morning. We had a little bit of a later start since we went to bed at 2 a.m. coming from the airport, and we're staying in the Chapinero neighborhood in Bogotá. So we heard that was really cool and a little bit outside of some of the more touristy places, but still a really nice area. So we're having breakfast this morning, and then we're planning to explore around Bogotá and then also do a free walking tour in the main old town of Bogotá. Perched high in the Andes at 2,640 meters or 8,660 feet above sea level, Bogotá is Colombia's vibrant capital and largest city. Founded in 1538 by Spanish conquistadors, it's a place where colonial history meets modern innovation. Bogotá served as the capital of the Viceroyalty of New Granada and later became the heartbeat of Colombian independence. Today, it's home to over 8 million people, making it one of South America's biggest metropolitan areas. Known as the Athens of South America, Bogotá is a cultural powerhouse. It boasts world-class museums like the Gold Museum, housing the world's largest collection of pre-Hispanic gold artifacts. The city's historic La Candelaria district showcases stunning colonial architecture, while the modern financial district of El Dorado reflects Colombia's economic growth. We're now just making our way through Bogotá to the area that we're going to our free walking tour. So it is a Sunday, so everyone is out biking and walking and taking their dogs for a walk. And it looks like a lot of the roads actually closed, so bikers and walkers can have the full thoroughway. One of Bogotá's most beloved traditions is the Ciclovía, or Open Streets program. Every Sunday and on public holidays, the city transforms over 120 kilometers of main roads into car-free zones from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. During Ciclovía, these streets belong to cyclists, joggers, skaters, and pedestrians. It's not just about exercise, it's a vibrant social event. Families picnic, street vendors sell snacks, and free exercise classes pop up in parks. The Open Streets program showcases Bogotá's commitment to public health, community building, and sustainable urban living. Next up in our day, we headed to the La Candelaria district, which is Bogotá's historic center and is characterized by narrow cobblestone streets and colonial architecture dating back to the Spanish era. This neighborhood houses several of Bogotá's major cultural institutions. Here you'll find the Gold Museum, showcasing pre-Hispanic gold artifacts, and the Botero Museum. The Central Plaza Bolivar is surrounded by significant buildings including the primary cathedral of Bogotá and the Palace of Justice. La Candelaria is also known for its street art. With murals covering many of the walls, this area also offers a variety of dining options, from traditional Colombian cuisine to international fare, often set in historic buildings. My biggest advice that I can give on your first day in Bogota is to give yourself time to be able to acclimate to the high elevation. I know Bogota is the third highest city in elevation in the world. I think it's about 8,000 feet above sea level. And if you're like us, we live in about 50 feet above sea level, so we're just taking our time and getting used to it and not going too crazy.
In the afternoon, we did decide to do a free walking tour. I do always recommend taking a free walking tour on your first day or two in the city. It's a fantastic way to get your bearings and learn from locals who really know their stuff. You also might pick up on a few great tips on where to eat, what to see, and how to get around. Plus, it's a chance to meet other travelers and ask all those questions you might have about the city. And trust me, it'll help you feel more confident exploring on your own later. Just remember though that while a tour is free, tipping your guide is appreciated if you enjoyed the experience. Now let's talk about Bogota's weather, because it might surprise you. Perched high in the Andes, Bogota stays cool pretty year-round, with average temperatures between 14 to 20 degrees Celsius or 57 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. The weather can change in an instant, so layers are pretty key. I recommend having a jacket in the morning, but by noon you could be in your short sleeves. And always have a rain jacket or umbrella on hand. Bogota is known for its frequent drizzle, which can pop up at any time of the year. The unpredictable weather adds to the city's charm, so embrace it and be prepared for anything.
This morning we're at the Monserrate hill, where we are taking the cable car up to the very top up here to see the view of all of Bogota. And we got here at about 7:30, which there's not quite a line, so if you're coming here, I recommend getting here early as well.
Now let's talk about one of my favorite things we did in Bogota, Monserrate. One of Bogota's most iconic landmarks, perched at an impressive 3,152 meters or 10,341 feet above sea level.
We're now at the top of Monserrate. The view from here is super stunning, and the cable cars and binoculars, they actually start at about 6:30 in the morning and go into the evening, so if you want to get here pretty early, you have the option to do that.
It's impossible to miss as the mountain dominates the city skyline, crowned by a historic white church, the Sanctuary of Monserrate, a significant pilgrimage site for locals and visitors alike. Reaching the summit is an experience in and of itself, with several options to suit different preferences. For a leisurely ascent, you can take the cable car, which offers breathtaking views as you glide up the mountainside. Alternatively, the funicular provides a charming old-world option. For the more adventurous, there is a hiking trail that winds its way up to the top, but be sure to go early, especially on weekends when it's safer and busier. Once you reach the top, the panoramic views are simply unparalleled. Bogota stretches out beneath you, a sprawling metropolis set against the backdrop of the Andean mountains. In addition to the church, there are a few restaurants where you can enjoy traditional Colombian cuisine while taking in the remarkable scenery. Dining at that altitude with the city beneath you is a truly unique experience. For an unforgettable moment, try your time at visiting during sunset. Watching the city lights flicker on as the sun dips behind the mountains is nothing short of magical. But don't forget to bring a jacket, as the temperatures can drop significantly at higher altitudes. And if you're not accustomed to the elevation, take it slow and consider sipping some cocoa tea, which is known to help with altitude adjustment. After we were done exploring Monserrate and La Candelaria, there's still so much more to see. The street art here is incredible. It turns the city into an open-air gallery, and you can even join a walking tour to learn more. Then, we recommend heading over to the Simón Bolívar Park, and perfect for relaxing or biking around. If you're in town on a Sunday, don't miss the Usaquén flea market for handmade crafts and local vibes. And of course, make time for some local coffee. Bogota really has something for everyone.
this morning we're gonna go to the botanical gardens and a really famous fruit market to enjoy our last morning in Colombia. We also might go to another museum and a vegan place that has really good Colombian food. So we're gonna go enjoy our last little bit in Colombia.
Our next stop in Bogota was the Paloquemao Fruit Market. And let me tell you, it's a feast for the senses. The market is massive with rows of colorful, exotic fruits I've never even heard or seen before.
We're at a really big fruit and vegetable market in Bogota, and there's also a huge variety of flowers on the outside of the market that you can come to and check out. We've gotten 4 different types of fruits that we're gonna go to the botanic garden and eat and enjoy.
It's the perfect spot to try things like lulo, guanabana, mangosteen, or pitaya. Plus, the vendors are super friendly and love sharing samples. It's not just fruit either though. There are fresh flowers, local snacks, and even street food. So if you want an authentic taste of Bogota, this is a must visit. As an additional side, you could also book a tour of this market and learn a little bit more and have a little additional tastings during the tour. Next on our Bogota adventure, we head to the Botero Museum. If you haven't heard of Fernando Botero, he's famous for his oversized art, and this museum is filled with his quirky sculptures and paintings. It's such a unique space, and what's even better, it's free. Walking through the galleries, you can really see why his work is so iconic. It's a fun stop, especially if you're into art with a bit of humor. Right, so there's so much more to Bogota that I didn't get to dive into earlier, but here's a lightning round of key tips you'll want to know. First, public transportation. Bogota's bus system is your go-to for getting around the city. It's affordable and efficient, though it can get very crowded. Taxis and rideshare apps like Uber or Didi are also great options, especially for late-night trips or longer distances. Next is nightlife. For evening fun, Bogota has something for everyone. Whether it's dancing salsa at a local club, checking out live music, or heading up rooftop bars with amazing city views. The nightlife here is electric and the perfect way to end your day. Bogota's cuisine offers more than just ajiaco. Try the hearty bandeja or the versatile arepas with different toppings. Don't miss trying local drinks like agua panela or traditional chicha. And of course, it's worth mentioning again, Bogota's cafes serve some of the best coffee in the world, perfect for a quick pick-me-up. Now for festivals and events. If you visit during festival season, Bogota's cultural scene shines. The Ibero-American Theater Festival is among the largest globally, and the Bogota International Film Festival showcases top Latin American cinema, perfect for a cultural deep dive. And that's a wrap on my Bogota, Colombia vlog. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more travel inspiration. You can find more details about each of these places in the description box below. You can visit my website, The Scenic Route Traveler, for more travel inspiration. Thanks for watching and happy travels.